Everyone, so this is the final stretch. We're going to cover day 11 and 12, which concludes roughly a 2-week experiment with our continuous glucose monitor. I did something a little crazy. I decided on my last hurrah here that this dinner was going to be my last dinner before a 36-hour fast. So day 11, I went into the night with a fast. I had quite a bit of electrolytes. I had electrolytes in the morning, first thing in the morning of the fast, and then that evening. So this is what it looks like with having that mostly protein dinner the night before with the salmon. My glucose level dipped pretty low and it stayed relatively low throughout the night. Had a few close calls with my glucose monitor almost triggering an alarm in the middle of the night, and continued all the way through. I did a walk at night, which was, you see that little dip there, even though I didn't have any food in my stomach. And it continued into today. And this morning, my glucose monitor, because I was sleeping on my side, decided to trigger an alarm at 1:30 a.m., which meant that I got a total of 3.5 hours of sleep last night. Um, without any food in my stomach, I think my body was very alert and awake. So I basically could not fall back asleep. And that was super frustrating because I was counting on me sleeping through the night and waking up to end the fast with relative ease, but instead I suffered through the night awake and kind of hungry the whole time. Um, I decided to take that opportunity to do a zone 2 bike ride on my Peloton for about 45 minutes, and then I went straight into a little bit of weightlifting, um, just to try to maximize the last bit of the fast before I had breakfast. So diving into breakfast, this was what I had in the morning. I decided to do something kind of light to wake up my stomach after 36 hours. So I had some avocado, some roasted tomatoes, um, scrambled eggs. It was delicious, as you can imagine. And then I met up with a friend for at a coffee shop. So I had a latte there. You see the spike. The latte was sweetened, of course, from the coffee shop and not something I made myself. And then just a few hours ago, I had some pizza for the first time in a couple of weeks. This is probably one of the heaviest meals I've had over the last 2 weeks. And immediately you could see it kind of spiking up. But of course, I've learned over the last 12 days to walk immediately after a meal, and immediately you'd see that my glucose level spiked back down because of the walk, and because the food was still in my stomach, it's still digesting and it started to creep back up. But the great thing is that the insulin I have pushed it back down. So overall, I am extremely pleased with the experiment of having this glucose monitor for almost 2 weeks. I decided to take it off because I want a perfect night of sleep that is uninterrupted. And I'm really hoping that everything I've shared will be helpful to you. I know I'm not an expert in this space, but as I get older, I definitely want to strive for a high quality life as I age. And I'm doing the best I can to learn as much as I can about my health, all the things I can do to stay strong, and live a high quality life. Thanks. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.